Hey guys, it's Wes, and on today's video, I'm going to take you along with me as we explore some of the best things to do in Dublin, Ireland. Dublin has great public transportation, a never-ending sea of pubs where you can enjoy live music and a cold Guinness, plus tons of cultural sites and museums just waiting to be explored. Not only will I cover some of the best things to do in the Irish capital, but along the way I'll also cover tons of useful tips to ensure you have the best experience possible when visiting yourself. Be sure to stick around until the end of this video because I'll also cover a few of my top day trip destinations outside of Dublin that you won't want to miss. Dublin is the capital city of Ireland and is located on the east coast of the country along the River Liffey. The city is situated in the province of Leinster and is the largest city in Ireland. Dublin serves as a gateway to the rest of the country and is where the vast majority of visitors will begin their travels when visiting. The first thing to do when visiting Dublin is to explore the Temple Bar area. This area is known for its cobbled streets, colorful buildings, and late-night party atmosphere. Temple Bar is packed with pubs, live music, and great restaurants. You could throw a rock and hit tons of great places to enjoy a cold Guinness and live music in the evenings. If you hope to check out the namesake Temple Bar, just be prepared to arrive early, wait in long lines, and pay tourist prices. It's cool to have a drink here just to check it out, but in my opinion, you'll have a better overall experience wandering in and out of the other pubs that densely pack the area. On your way to the Temple Bar area, be sure to check out the Hatpeny Bridge. It's one of Dublin's most recognizable landmarks. This walking bridge spans the River Liffey and connects the north and south sides of Dublin. Built in 1816, the once called Wellington Bridge later got its name for the halfpenny toll that was once charged for crossing it. It's nearly impossible to visit Dublin without stumbling upon this bridge, and it provides access to the Temple Bar area from the city's north side. Next up on this list is to explore Trinity College, Dublin. Trinity College is Ireland's oldest and most prestigious university, founded in 1592 during the rule of Queen Elizabeth I. A visit to this historic campus allows you to admire its stunning architecture, beautiful courtyards, and picturesque gardens. The most popular attraction to see here is the Book of Kells and Long Room. The Book of Kells is considered one of Ireland's greatest cultural treasures. It's an illuminated manuscript containing the 4 Gospels of the New Testament and dates back to the 9th century. You can't photograph the book itself, and it's held in an extremely dark room to better preserve its contents. You'll need to book a museum ticket or guided tour to access the old library and long room, so I'll leave a link in the video description for that. After having your fill of Trinity College, consider heading over to the Guinness Storehouse. Here you can enjoy a really fun interactive tour of the storehouse located at St. James Gate. This is my favorite activity in all of Dublin. The storehouse has been converted into a massive interactive museum educating visitors all about the history of Guinness beer. The 7-story museum will take you through all of the steps required to brew Ireland's most popular beer. The best part, at the end of the tour, it even includes a trip to the Gravity Bar. Here you can enjoy a fresh Guinness while taking in panoramic views of the city. Be mindful that tickets for visiting the storehouse can sell out in advance, especially for the more popular late afternoon and evening time slots. As a pro tip, the facility even has an on-site restaurant, so consider showing up hungry to catch a meal during your visit. It's best to book your ticket in advance, so be sure to check the description for a link on how to book. If you're looking for a way to get outside during your stay in Dublin, consider checking out these next 2 stops. The Glasnevin Cemetery is one of the most tranquil spots in all of Dublin, serving as the final resting place for many of Ireland's notable figures, including political leaders, writers, and revolutionaries. The cemetery is home to the O'Connell Tower, a 55-meter or 180-foot tall monument dedicated to Daniel O'Connell, a 19th century Irish political leader. Guided tours of the cemetery can be booked directly with Glasnevin at their website. Alternatively, you can grab a parking spot across the street and explore the beautiful cemetery grounds by yourself like I did. Once you're finished, be sure to pop into the cemetery cafe to grab a coffee or light snack. After checking out the cemetery, explore the nearby National Botanic Gardens of Ireland. The Botanic Gardens of Ireland are a great way to spend any nice weather days you get during your trip. Just be mindful that parking for the gardens is fairly limited, so you might want to consider taking a bus or taxi to reach the area. Our next stop in this video is St. Stephen's Green, a picturesque 22-acre public park located in the heart of Dublin. The park features several monuments and sculptures, including a memorial to the victims of the Great Famine and a statue of Irish poet W.B. Yeats. St. Stephen's Green is a popular spot for locals to hang out during the warmer months, and when I visited was quite busy in the early evening. After checking out the Green, our next must-see spot is Dublin Castle. Located in the heart of the city, this iconic landmark is rich in cultural history and architectural beauty dating back to the 13th century. Today, the castle is open to the public, offering guided tours that take you through its stunning state departments, medieval undercroft, and the beautiful royal chapel. While you can pay to enter the castle and enjoy a guided tour, the castle grounds and garden are free and open to the public. If you've already had your fill of museums elsewhere in Dublin, you should at least take in the time to stroll through the gardens and take in views of its massive castle walls. Between all of the walking around town and cold Guinness you'll be drinking, you're going to need some food, so be sure to check out Leo Burdick's Fish and Chips. This legendary Dublin institution has been serving up delicious traditional fish and chips since 1913. As a heads up, at the original location, you'll have to take your food to go, so don't anticipate dining in. However, certain locations around Dublin do offer indoor seating. It makes for a great quick lunch option on the go during a busier day of sightseeing. Next up is one of Dublin's most iconic spots, which is St. Patrick's Cathedral. Founded in 1191, the church is dedicated to Ireland's patron saint, St. Patrick. It's where he's believed to have baptized Christian converts in the 5th century, and today visitors flock to take in views of the beautiful Gothic architecture and immaculately decorated interior. Views from the courtyard area of the cathedral are free, but if you want to explore the interior, you'll need to pay a small fee as you enter. Next up on our list is George's Street Arcade. Located in the heart of Dublin, this historic Victorian-style indoor market dates back to 1881. The market is home to a wide range of independent shops, stalls, and eateries offering everything from vintage clothing and handmade jewelry to food and unique souvenirs. The market can become quite busy and congested on the weekends and later in the day, so I'd suggest arriving here first thing in the morning while the stalls are just opening. This way you can avoid the hordes of tourists while you search for that perfect Ireland souvenir. Once you're done shopping the arcade, consider checking out the Spire of Dublin. Also known as the Monument of Light, this modern landmark is located on O'Connell Street in the heart of town. The spire stands at an impressive 120 meters or 393 feet tall and has become an iconic symbol of Dublin since its completion in 2003. The surrounding area is one of the busiest pedestrian areas in all of Dublin. The paths that cross O'Connell Street are packed with bars, shops, and restaurants. While you can take in views of the spire relatively quickly, be sure to spend some time exploring the surrounding area. Another historic landmark worth checking out is the Christ Church Cathedral. Founded in the year 1030, this is one of Dublin's oldest and most significant religious buildings. The cathedral predates St. Patrick's Cathedral by nearly 200 years and is over 1,000 years old. Audio guide tours of the interior are available, or you can take in views from the outside for free. Next up is Dublin's most popular green space, Phoenix Park. Located just 2 miles or about 3 kilometers from Dublin city centre, Phoenix Park teleports travelers from the hustle and bustle of downtown Dublin to a peaceful green space that feels much further removed from the city than you actually are. The sprawling green space is a favorite amongst locals for cycling, jogging, and other outdoor activities. The park is home to a number of important Dublin cultural sites, including the Dublin Zoo, Wellington Monument, and the official residence of Ireland's president. Just be mindful that the park area is sprawling, so if you want to see everything, you'll either need a car or bicycle to get around. If you're dealt rainy weather during your trip, consider spending some time indoors at the National Gallery of Ireland. Located on Marion Square, the gallery boasts an impressive collection of Irish and European art. The museum features works by renowned artists such as Caravaggio, Vermeer, and Yeats. While Dublin has lots to do and see, the best way to experience Ireland is to get outside of the capital and explore some of Ireland's natural landmarks. The most popular day trip option from Dublin is to head west and to see the Cliffs of Moher. I'd suggest renting your own vehicle and making this journey yourself. During my trip, we stayed at the Cliffs of Moher Hotel in nearby Liscannor. Alternatively, you can book a guided tour with round-trip transfers from Dublin. Another popular day trip option from Dublin is to head into Northern Ireland to visit the Giant's Causeway. Situated along the Causeway coastal route, this area offered some of my favorite views in all of Ireland. It's also situated near the Carrick Reid rope bridge, and these two stops combine to fill out a great day spent in Northern Ireland. If you did rent a car, you might also consider venturing into Western Ireland. The western coast is home to a large number of worthwhile stops and allows travelers to explore the wild Atlantic Way. Here you'll find places like Dunquin Pier, which is situated on the tip of the Dingle Peninsula. You'll also find my favorite hike in all of Ireland, which is to climb the holy mountain of Croagh Patrick. This hike is situated near the town of Westport and holds a lot of historical relevance pertaining to St. Patrick. You can also find my favorite Irish beach out here, which is Dogs Bay Beach. This beach has beautiful white sand beaches, and if you're visiting in the summer, it can make for a great afternoon spent lounging in the sun. If you're looking for a couple of less touristy stops to hit on your Irish road trip, don't sleep on the Slieve League Cliffs. These cliffs stand nearly 3 times taller than the cliffs of Moher, but are less widely known and therefore much more peaceful to visit, especially during sunset. And if you really want to get off the grid, be sure to check out my video covering Skellig Michael Island. This island is located off the coast of Portmagee and teleports travelers back in time to an ancient religious settlement. The hike to the peak is not for the faint of heart, as you'll track along narrow, steep sea cliffs, but the views are out of this world. Not only that, but if you're lucky, you might even spot some puffins nesting in the area. I'll leave links to my blog posts covering these day trip ideas, along with links to guided tours and hotels in their respective towns. All in all, you probably only need to spend 2 or 3 full days exploring Dublin. Many of the sites covered in this video can be covered relatively quickly, unless you're a history buff and plan to spend long afternoons browsing the various museums and churches. The best time of year to visit Ireland is the summer, where the temperatures are mild, the days are long, and the weather is drier than the rest of the year. You might also consider visiting during the shoulder months of May and September, when the crowds will be more manageable and prices will be a bit lower. The Dublin Ireland guide that I published on my blog goes into a lot more detail on things that we didn't have time to cover in this video. That's a great trip planning resource if you're interested in visiting the Irish capital for yourself. Thanks for joining me on today's adventure, and don't forget to check out my other Ireland guides for more travel planning resources to make your Ireland trip truly unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Travel with Wes for more exciting travel inspiration just like this. Until next time, safe travels and thanks for watching.